Where can I find a good angle to make this sliding work? I suppose this is good. Well, hello everyone, I am Melody Delamont, the editor and filmmaker of The Four of Us, and welcome to my critical, creative reflection. To begin, The Four of Us is a horror dystopian film centered around a group of teenagers whose day takes a terrifying turn. What starts with running from the cops into the woods slowly turns into a fight for survival as a zombie outbreak begins to unfold. The first question is, how does your product use or challenge conventions? One major convention of the horror dystopian genre that we used in our film is the isolation method. Isolation is a common tactic in horror dystopian films as it is used to remove help and increase vulnerability, which makes characters feel trapped and helpless. We also create isolation through technology failure. Lexa is constantly checking her phone for service, yet there's no Wi-Fi or any signal. This represents isolation by removing communication devices, preventing characters from calling for help. This moment reinforces fear because in modern society, cell phones are our main source for safety and connection. And once that's gone, we feel vulnerable. However, we also challenge a convention. Many dystopian films begin in a world that is already broken or corrupted. For example, in The Maze Runner, the audience is immediately thrown into a dystopian environment. In contrast, The Four of Us begins in broad daylight where everything feels normal and safe. This choice was intentional. Our film shows the beginning of the apocalypse, not a world that has already been collapsed. This makes the transition into horror more realistic. The next part is, how does it represent social groups or issues? In terms of representation, our film portrays a modern teenage friend group dealing with both social drama and survival. The group includes teenagers of different races representing diversity. Another social issue represented in this film is technology dependence. Lexa is frequently distracted by her phone even in moments of danger. This highlights how technology is embedded in our lives and suggests that even in the year of 2030, people may still rely heavily on their devices, even when survival should come first. Okay, now the next question asks, how does your product engage with audiences? The Four of Us is designed to appeal to teenagers who are at the ages of 14 to 18 and young adults who are at the ranges of 19 to 25, and especially those who love horror and dystopian films and shows. Because the film follows a group of teenagers experiencing the beginning of a zombie apocalypse, younger audiences are more likely to feel invested in the narrative. While most viewers may not relate to the zombie outbreak, they can most definitely relate to the friendship dynamics, the conflicts, and the emotional relationships that the characters make. This approach is similar to other shows like Stranger Things, where teenage audiences become deeply engaged not only because of the supernatural elements, but because they cared about what would happen to the friend group and wanted to understand each character on a deeper level. By focusing on relationships alongside the danger, our film encourages audiences to emotionally connect with their characters, which increases suspense and engagement when those characters are put at risk. In the second part of the question, it asks, how would it be distributed as a real media text? In terms of distribution, The Four of Us would be promoted and shared through social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok are heavily used by younger audiences. As the editor, I would use short clips, teasers, and behind-the-scenes content, which could help build excitement and awareness for the film. Social media allows the film to reach its target audience quickly and efficiently. Additionally, the film will be distributed through Netflix originals as many teens and young adults enjoy watching movies at home in a comfortable environment. Streaming services are a realistic and accessible way to distribute a low-budget or independent film while they are still reaching that wide audience. Well, that is all, and I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.